Alright guys, here we are once again. Yes, it's me, still in the same spot. For me it was just now, from the last video. You, however, hopefully have done something different in the meantime, or at least taking care of that work. Next up, finding roots from a graph. Just to go over what we're expected here. When we're looking at the roots, find the graph, y equals f of x is shown below. What are all real solutions of f of x equals 0? On this graph, there can only be real solutions. So that's just, don't worry about that real part. It's asking real numbers. We aren't working with imaginary numbers. Yes, they're saying, no, we're not dealing with them today. So what are the real solutions? There, for y equals f of x below, real solutions of f of x equals 0. What that basically means is what are the x-intercepts? So when I'm looking at this, I want to know what my x-intercepts are. You guys hopefully remember from the last video / your own memories that a y-intercept is when x equals 0. So an x-intercept is a very similar idea. An x-intercept is when y equals 0. So I look on this graph and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 places this line crosses the x-axis. That's a lot. That's okay. I don't freak out. So my answers are going to be -5, -1, 2, and 7. Because if you look at the graph right here, -5, -1, 2, and 7 are the places that it crosses. Now, this is where some people have gotten held up in the past with delta math. How do I submit multiple answers? That's actually not as hard as you'd think. Remember in class how if you were to write a bunch of answers, you'd put commas between them like this, and you just do the wiggly bracket things around this, and you might have like, f of x equals, that kind of stuff going on. Well, let's not worry about that, but watch what happens when I simply go to type my answer in, and I hit a comma. -5, I hit the comma key. Hang on, brackety thing, they're the same. So we're just making a number set. I don't think delta math requires you to enter the numbers in order, but ow. I tend to write them in order simply because I went along the graph axis, -5, -1, 2, 7. I went down it in order. I wrote my list in order by just the way I did it. I'm going to enter it in order. I'm pretty sure you could enter it out of order and get it right. Heck, let's check it now just to make sure so you can see. I mean, we should all be agreeing, yes, these are the 4 answers. I have written these 4 answers down here, but I wrote them out of order. Submit. Yes, I'd like that to be my answer. Okay. Even when I put it out of order, delta math is still going, great, love it. And as you can see, they have little yellow dots marking every single one. Biggest thing I can say with these guys right now is keep an eye open for like if the line just touches, or make sure you get them all. It's easy to accidentally skip one. New problem. All right, I look here, I've got 1, 2, 3 places this graph is crossing the axis. So I'm going to have 3 answers again. I'm going to have a little funky set. My set is going to be, the first place is over here at -3. The second place is at the origin, which is 0. And last but not least is a 6. So 6, -3, 0, 6. Those are my answers. Again, I hit comma to make multiple answers, and every time I hit comma, it adds a new answer. -3, 0, 6, submit, yes, yay, I didn't mess it up. You might get, oh good, I was hoping we'd see these, where like over here it's just touching. Like look, a -6 on the graph, and you can see my cursor moving there. It's just touching. That will still be part of my answer. So when I go to write it, I would write the answer for this problem as -6, comma, and then I'd go and look at the next one, which is a 3, -6, comma, 3. Done. Scroll down here, -6, comma, 3. Submit answers. Yes. Great, I didn't mess it up. Again, when we're looking at this, when they're saying the graph y of f of x is shown below, what are all solutions when x equals 0? So when f of x equals 0, because of fx is y, they're saying when y equals 0, what are all the answers when y is 0? That's an x-intercept. That means we're looking for these x-intercepts. Could I have a graph with 1? Yes. Could I have a graph with 2? Well, duh, there's one in front of me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. Could I have a graph with none? That's possible. I don't think Delta Math will do it, because how exactly do we make you enter a blank field? I don't think it'll come up. But if it was from me, you could just write there are no values. If it was an open response on MCAS, you could write there are no values. Oh, this is a funky shape. I was just going to see real quick, hit a new problem a couple times. Delta Math is not showing me any graphs where they don't have the lines crossing the x-axis. So I don't think it's relevant here. And that's that. Good luck, guys. I hope you find this pretty easy. Keep having a good one. And remember, pop in tutoring for my office hours 1 to 4 via Teams. And I will be posting my other pop-in time for a second time this week. And remember, I am available via email and Google Voice. The Google Voice will be posted in the same place with all these videos and tutoring links and information. All right, have a good one. Be well.